The disruptive power of unity, how collaboration, automation, and networking are revolutionizing Black entrepreneurship. Welcome to the Black CEO podcast, where we dive deep into the strategies and insights that are reshaping the landscape of success for Black entrepreneurs. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to share with you some groundbreaking wisdom I gained from a recent interview with Regina Robertson, a true visionary in the realm of small business empowerment. Regina's unwavering dedication to helping entrepreneurs break through barriers and realize their dreams is nothing short of inspirational. Her insights are about to challenge everything you thought you knew about running a successful small business, especially as a Black entrepreneur in today's complex business environment. Regina Robertson isn't just another business consultant. She's a force of nature, a catalyst for change who has dedicated her life to empowering Black entrepreneurs. Her work has touched thousands of lives, transforming struggling businesses into thriving enterprises and helping to build a more equitable business landscape. Regina's approach is revolutionary, and her impact on the world of Black entrepreneurship is profound and far-reaching. Now, you might be thinking, another talk about small business success? What could possibly be new? Well, I want you to buckle up and brace yourself, because we're about to embark on a journey that will flip your perspective upside down and inside out. We're going to explore a counterintuitive idea that's so powerful, so transformative, it has the potential to revolutionize the way Black entrepreneurs approach their businesses and their role in the broader economic landscape. Here's the paradigm-shifting truth. When we think about success in business, especially as Black entrepreneurs, we often focus on competition, individuality, and grinding it out alone. It's the narrative we've been fed. The story of the lone wolf entrepreneur battling against all odds. But what if I told you that this narrative is not just outdated, but actively holding us back? What if the key to unlocking unprecedented growth and success for Black-owned small businesses lies in the exact opposite direction? I can see the skepticism on your faces. I can hear the doubts in your minds. But stick with me, because by the end of this talk, you'll see why these three elements, collaboration, automation, and networking, are not just nice to haves, but absolute game changers for Black entrepreneurs. They're the secret weapons that can propel us from surviving to thriving, from isolation to community, from struggle to success. Let's start with the surprising truth that Regina shared with me. The very things that many small business owners, especially Black entrepreneurs, see as barriers are actually the keys to their success. Collaboration, many fear it'll dilute their brand or give away their secrets. Automation, it sounds expensive and complicated. Networking, for many it feels like a waste of time when there's real work to be done. But here's where Regina's insights turn everything on its head. These perceived barriers are actually the secret weapons that can propel Black-owned businesses to new heights. Let's break it down and challenge these misconceptions head on. First, let's talk about collaboration. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, collaboration, that's just a fancy word for giving away my competitive edge. But here's the twist that will change your perspective. In today's interconnected world, collaboration isn't about losing your edge. It's about sharpening it to a razor-fine point. Let me share a powerful story that Regina told me. In a bustling urban neighborhood, two businesses were struggling to stay afloat. One was a quaint independent bookstore, its shelves lined with stories, but its aisles often empty. The other was a cozy coffee shop, brewing excellent coffee but struggling to attract enough customers to turn a profit. Both businesses were on the brink of closure, victims of a competitive market that seemed to favor larger, more established brands. But then something remarkable happened. Instead of seeing each other as rivals fighting for the same limited customer base, these two Black-owned businesses decided to join forces. They created a joint marketing campaign that was nothing short of brilliant in its simplicity. Customers who bought a book got a discount on coffee, and coffee shop patrons received coupons for the bookstore. The result? It was like a spark igniting a bonfire. Both businesses saw a significant increase in foot traffic and sales. But more than that, they created a unique experience that neither could have offered alone. The bookstore became a place where people could browse books while sipping on artisanal coffee. The coffee shop transformed into a cultural hub, hosting book clubs and author readings. They didn't just divide the pie. They made it bigger, richer, and more delicious for everyone. This is the power of collaboration, especially for Black entrepreneurs who often face unique challenges in the marketplace. By joining forces, Sharing resources and creating synergies, we can overcome barriers that might seem insurmountable when faced alone. We're not just building businesses, we're creating ecosystems of success that lift entire communities. Now, let's move on to automation. I can already see some eyes glazing over. Automation, you might be thinking, hey, that's for big corporations with deep pockets, not for small businesses like mine. But hold on to your hats because this is where things get really interesting and where Regina's insights really shine. Regina introduced me to a small business owner, let's call her Tasha, who was drowning in administrative tasks. Tasha's day was a constant juggle of answering emails, updating social media, managing inventory, and 100 other little tasks that ate up time but didn't directly contribute to growth. She was working 16-hour days, sacrificing time with her family, and still feeling like she was barely keeping her head above water. Then, Tasha discovered the power of automation tools. Using a platform called Zapier, she set up systems to automatically save email attachments to Google Drive, post new blog articles to social media, and even manage inventory levels. The result? It was like she had hired a team of tireless assistants working 24/7 to keep her business running smoothly. But here's the real kicker. Tasha didn't just save time. She reclaimed her life. Those hours she used to spend on repetitive tasks. She now invests them in strategic thinking, nurturing customer relationships, and developing new products. She's not just working in her business, she's working on her business, and the results speak for themselves. In just 6 months, Tasha's revenue doubled, and she finally had time to take her kids to the park on weekends. This is the counterintuitive truth about automation. It's not about replacing human effort, it's about amplifying it. By automating routine tasks, Black entrepreneurs can focus their energy on the high value activities that truly drive business success. It's not about doing more with less, it's about doing more of what matters. And now we come to networking. I can almost hear the collective groan. Networking often feels like a necessary evil, something we do because we're told we should, not because we want to. But what if I told you that networking, when approached the right way, is actually the most powerful tool in a Black entrepreneur's arsenal? Regina shared a powerful example that completely changed my perspective on networking. A group of Black entrepreneurs attended a networking event, not with the goal of handing out as many business cards as possible, but with the intention of forming meaningful connections. They shared their challenges, offered support, and explored ways to collaborate. The outcome? These entrepreneurs didn't just exchange contact information, they formed a supportive community. They shared resources, introduced each other to valuable contacts, and even formed business partnerships. This network became a source of emotional support, practical advice, and tangible business opportunities. One entrepreneur, let's call him Marcus, was struggling to secure funding for his tech startup. Through this network, he connected with a successful business owner who not only invested in his company but also became a mentor, guiding Marcus through the challenges of scaling a business. Another entrepreneur, Sarah, found a business partner through the network, allowing her to expand her product line and reach new markets. This is the true power of networking for Black entrepreneurs. It's not about collecting contacts, it's about building a community. In a world where Black business owners often face unique challenges and barriers, having a strong network can make the difference between struggling alone and thriving together. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, this all sounds great in theory, but how does it work in the real world? Well, let me share another powerful story that brings all these elements together. A story that Regina shared with me that truly illustrates the transformative power of these principles. In a mid-sized city with a significant Black population, a group of Black owned small businesses were struggling. They were competing against larger, more established companies and fighting for a share of a market that often overlooked them. Each business was struggling in isolation, facing challenges that seemed insurmountable. But then, inspired by ideas similar to what we're discussing today, they decided to do something radical. They formed a collective, a alliance of Black owned businesses committed to mutual support and growth. Here's what they did. First, they pooled their resources to invest in shared automation tools. This allowed even the smallest businesses in the collective to access powerful technology that they couldn't have afforded on their own. They set up systems to streamline their operations, from customer relationship management to inventory tracking. Next, they started collaborating on marketing campaigns. Instead of each business trying to shout louder than the others, they created a unified brand that celebrated Black entrepreneurship in their city. They cross promoted each other's products and services, creating a network of mutual support that amplified all their voices. Finally, they formed a tight knit network, meeting regularly to share advice, offer support, and explore new opportunities. They created mentorship programs, pairing experienced business owners with newcomers. They shared contacts and leads, helping each other access new markets and customers. The result? It was nothing short of revolutionary. Every single business in the collective saw growth. Some expanded their customer base, others launched new products, and a few even opened additional locations. But more than that, they created a supportive ecosystem that made each business stronger and more resilient. One business owner, a woman who had been on the verge of closing her boutique, saw her sales triple in just 6 months. Another entrepreneur, who had been struggling to get his product into local stores, suddenly found his goods on shelves across the city thanks to the collective's network. But perhaps the most powerful outcome was the change in the community. As these Black owned businesses grew and thrived, they created jobs, stimulated the local economy, and became a source of pride and inspiration for the entire Black community in the city. They weren't just building businesses, they were creating a legacy of Black economic empowerment. This is the power of combining collaboration, automation, and networking. It's not just about growing individual businesses, it's about lifting up entire communities. It's about changing the narrative of what's possible for Black entrepreneurs. But here's the real kicker, the truly counterintuitive insight that Regina shared. These strategies are particularly powerful for Black entrepreneurs precisely because of the unique challenges we face. Think about it. In a world where access to capital can be limited, collaboration allows us to achieve more with less. When time and resources are stretched thin, automation helps us make the most of what we have. And in an environment where traditional networks might be less accessible, building our own supportive communities becomes not just beneficial, but essential. In other words, the very thing that might seem like barriers, limited resources, time constraints, lack of established networks, can actually become catalysts for innovation and growth when we approach them with the right mindset. So, where do we go from here? How do we take these insights and turn them into action? Well, that's where you come in. As we wrap up this talk, I want to leave you with a challenge, a call to action that has the potential to transform not just your business, but your entire approach to entrepreneurship. Here it is. This week, I want you to take one concrete step in each of these areas. Reach out to another business owner and explore a potential collaboration. Investigate one automation tool that could save you time, and attend a networking event with the goal of making one meaningful connection. It might feel uncomfortable at first. It might even seem counterintuitive. But remember, the most powerful changes often do. By embracing collaboration instead of competition, leveraging automation to amplify your efforts, and building a supportive network, you're not just growing a business, you're participating in a movement that has the power to transform entire communities. As Regina so powerfully reminded me, success for Black entrepreneurs isn't just about individual achievement. It's about collective empowerment. When we lift each other up, we all rise higher. So let me leave you with this thought. The next time you face a challenge in your business, instead of asking, how can I overcome this barrier? Try asking, who can I collaborate with? What can I automate? Who in my network might have faced this before? You might be surprised at how quickly obstacles turn into opportunities. Remember, in the world of Black entrepreneurship, our greatest strength lies not in going it alone, but in coming together. Our power is not diminished when we share it, it's multiplied. We are not just building businesses, we are forging a new path, creating a legacy of Black economic empowerment that will resonate for generations to come. I challenge you to be bold, to be innovative, to be collaborative. The future of Black entrepreneurship is in our hands, and it's brighter than ever before. It's time to break down the walls of isolation and build bridges of collaboration. It's time to harness the power of technology to automate the mundane and focus on the extraordinary. It's time to weave networks so strong that they can lift entire communities. This is more than a business strategy. This is a revolution in how we think about success, how we support each other, and how we build wealth in our communities. And you, yes, you are at the forefront of this revolution. So go forth and collaborate, automate with purpose, network with intention, challenge the status quo, and redefine what's possible for Black entrepreneurs. The journey might not always be easy, but with these tools at your disposal and this community at your back, it's bound to be extraordinary. You are not just an entrepreneur, you are a pioneer, a trailblazer, a force for change. Your success is our success, your triumph is our triumph. Together, we're not just building businesses, we're creating legacies. We're not just chasing dreams, we're shaping the future. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. The time for hesitation is over. The time for action is now. Will you answer the call? Will you join this revolution? Will you be part of the change that transforms not just your business, but our entire community? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. Let's rise together, collaborate fearlessly, automate strategically, and network purposefully. The future of Black entrepreneurship starts here, starts now, starts with you. Thank you.